The number one productivity killer for me is a giant mess in the office that I always create. Come on, Dimitri, what the f? But I got a super busy day today, multiple things to achieve and prepare for a few videos later in the week. So let's begin. Like, it's gotten so bad that I can't even open my door because there's boxes over there. And this is from my most recent project of trying to see how sound dampening material, how it works of isolating sound. So it's just been the crazy mess of me like aligning boxes all over this case so that we can actually do some tests. And check this out, the corner has now finally been cleaned. It's a rare sight to see this corner without any boxes stacked on top of each other, but it's okay. But now that some of those cases are out, I can finally start working on this, the Cosmos 2 25th anniversary edition, for a little pre-roll for the channel. Well, hello there. Always remember to lift with your legs and your body and not just your back. Thing's heavy, man. So I'm on this side now. What I'm gonna do next is get the most beautiful B-roll I can of the Cosmos 2. And it's quite easy because of those beautiful aluminum and all the handles and stuff. But I'm gonna try to create a very moody atmosphere. I'm gonna use my homemade gels. For example, this is my portable light and it has nice output. It's very large, but you add something like this and it colors that source lighting, and it can create beautiful purples, greens, oranges, reds, and blues. Oh yeah. Now I already have a lot of footage for the case because of the review video, so you may be wondering like why I'm redoing this all over again. And the simple answer is I really just want to use my gels. Time to turn off those lights. Now, believe it or not, as much as I love my window, I get so much natural light that I utilize all the time. But right now, all the trees are so close, so the room is actually illuminated by a lot of the green being reflected from the leaves, which is not the best because then you get very green undertones, and I have to light my room with my giant octoboxes in order to eliminate that ambient coming from the outside, which is why I'm starting to use the color gels that eliminates any of that color cast that is unpleasant. And it's been working great so far. Now the color scheme for the Cosmos, as you can see, is blue, silver, and purple. So that's awesome. So we can keep up with the color scheme with all these added little highlight stuff that I do. The camera I'm using right now to record these things is the GH5. Make sure to check out our review of it. And I'm going to be doing in 10-bit color so that we can capture the best possible quality of color. So we have to switch to the G7 for the remaining of this behind the scenes. So let's switch. All right. Let's set this thing up, ready to roll. The thing is, I don't want to overdo it with the purples, but I would love to create a silhouette of the case because we have very distinct handles on the top and those case feet at the bottom. It creates like a very unique Cosmos only looking type of silhouette. So what I just did there is light painting. I'm gonna piece those two footages together so that it seems like the lights are coming from the opposite side, but because I only have one, I had to do it this way. So I think I'm done with the exterior B-roll shots for the ad spot. And since, this is an enclosure from 2012, it's been refreshed, and it's a 25th anniversary edition. Obviously, it's not the best in terms of modernization of the interior. However, that's the challenge for us, is to create something that's appealing to the audience. And I think that we're not trying to cheat anyone by promoting such an enclosure. Instead, we're trying to sort of, target the classically minded individuals who might have potentially bought this case back in 2012 and still appreciate or like the fact that it has 13 storage spots. So what we thought would be a cool way to highlight these storage spots, not particularly in a positive light or a negative light, but just to highlight that they are there, is to populate these things not with drives, but with something else. For example, using that space to store your Lego, maybe camera gear, maybe even books. It also perfectly fits my headphones and other audio gear. So yeah, it's very unconventional to showcase something like this, but I think it'll turn out pretty good. So as I'm setting up all these items to be placed inside the storage compartments on the bottom and in the main hard drive cage here, I'm realizing there's so much height here that my, Fred can fit in no problem. So I'm going to use that. My coffee cup with an actual coaster from Cooler Master also fits in there, no problem. So I'm hoping that will, deliver some uniqueness in terms of how you can utilize that space outside of the conventional storage options. Check this out. This is a pretty hilarious look for storage compartments. It's got 3 GPUs in here, dual 980 Ti's and one 1070. Normally the way these things work is, of course, we write out a script, we write out a proposal, Cooler Master approves it, and then we go ahead with shooting, so there are no surprises. But I have a spontaneous idea that has come to mind in terms of using the cup in between those 2 drive walls and actually taking a sip from it, which I think would add a little bit of extra character to actually using this space for other things and not just showing that it's there, but actually me reaching in, taking a sip and putting it back. And weirdly, as I'm shooting this creative spot and utilizing the space for other things other than drives, I'm actually thinking it's not a bad idea. There's so much room in the basement. I could easily store my gear that I normally use. The door swivels to open, no problem, so I can access them easily. And yeah, there's just so much storage room that you could potentially explore if you're not using them for drives. And the last thing I need to cover is the side panel. I already have the shots of it's curved, and that's pretty cool, but I also want to have a reflection element, so like me opening the side panel and staring into the camera like I'm checking out my hair or something. So kind of a standard thing, and again, going with the theme of unconventional uses inside the case. Wow, so yeah, that was a lot of takes, but I usually do many and then choose the best one based on, movement, based on lighting and stuff like that. There's a little bit of variance in every shot and just making sure that I can choose the best one and not be stuck with something I shot only once. So all my shots are complete. Time to go back to the GH5 so we can begin the edit. So I have all my footage inserted into Premiere. It's time to edit. The Corsair Glaive gaming mouse has it all, with a comfortable shape and interchangeable thumb grips, arm-run switches, a fantastic optical sensor with 1 DPI adjustment steps, and of course, my friends, RGB lighting. Experience performance in the palm of your hand with the link in the description below. The edit is complete, and it helped that, I have so much footage from the review video. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. It's a pretty simple one with beautiful footage and I think a very unique grade on it as well. So here it is. Explore your future with the Cosmos 2 case and celebrate 25 years of ambition that drives Cooler Master forward. Enjoy the familiar yet still forward-looking character of the frame with solid aluminum handles. It may be the most physical you'll ever get with a computer case, but it's all worthwhile. Or get creative with any of the 13 storage options that encourage outside-the-box thinking. Meanwhile, the curved tempo glass panels on both sides ensures a lasting impression. Classically trained, but still ready for anything. The Cooler Master Cosmos 2. Let's celebrate the past by building for the future. I hope you guys enjoy this behind-the-scenes vlog style video, so if you do like more videos like this, let me know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe also, and we'll see you in the next video.